Happy birthday, Aquarius. Happy birthday, my beautiful Aquarians, sisters and brothers. I hope y'all having a good day. I hope you having a wonderful birthday. Thank you so much, guys, for tuning into your weekly love reading. Yes, I went back to weekly love readings instead of bi-weeklies. Just based off of how much I was getting a response with these readings, so I just go back to weeklies with the soulmate investigation reading. So that said, let's go ahead and see what you guys got going on for this week here with your love mates, okay, or with your soulmates here. Okay, now your soulmates can be anybody from your friends, your family, a random stranger, people you work with, right? So please keep the soulmate box as open as possible, but truly connect this with the person that resonates with this reading, okay, as well as yourself. Now you guys can pick either side of the reading that you guys would like, because this is a reading for YouTube, so I'm not going to restrict it. You know, I do read one side specifically for my clients typically, so I will kind of do the defaults, but feel free to change the sides if it doesn't resonate with you. Okay, that said, let's go ahead and get started. We're pulling your Romance Angels card first. I'm going to go ahead and pull the other cards here for everything else. Alright, so this is the headspace for both parties. This is the body. This is how you guys both are, experience this relationship, or this is how you guys both present yourselves in this relationship. Okay, and this is the reason as to why you express yourself, or display yourself the way you display yourself, as well as think the way you think. Alright, now this is the this is the reason as to both of you, this is why you guys were both brought together, and this is what challenges that you both face. Now your underlying energy is the Nine of Swords, so that already tells me that there is a lot of stress, it's a lot of anxieties, there's a lot of, now I want to say depression here, but there's definitely a lot of anxieties, a lot to worry about. Because I feel like, honestly, Aquarius, you can feel something coming. You could feel something coming. And I think for a lot of you guys, you just are not quite sure of what is coming, so you guys have your guard up. Alright, your guards are up. And now it's like being the Queen of Wands. It could be that this is about, some sort of fire sign coming into your life. Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, or this is about being brave, being prepared. Because what brought you two together was waiting. So whatever you guys have been waiting on, both of you guys have been expecting each other. But now it's about being in the energy and being, ready for what's to come, right? I feel like the Queen of Wands, she may not go after things. She may, because the thing is, the Queen of Wands, she's the most active out of all the queens, but she still is a bit of a receiver kind of thing, because she's a queen. So I feel like this is about bravery. This is about, being authentic to who you are, being, again, fearlessness. But I feel like this is also about connecting with who, not connecting with who you are, but just truly, just being, being that person that emanates light, just expressing the light. We'll get back to this in a moment here, because there's a lot of meanings that the Queen of Wands can indicate. Being active, taking action. I feel like it's like whatever you've been manifesting, whatever you've been, waiting for, whatever you've been expecting, boom. It's gonna, it's the Queen of Wands is like, whatever you're expecting here, be ready to take that on. Because if this is you on this end, which again, you can pick the other side if you like, the Two of Cups can indicate here that this is, this person is thinking about the other person. This person is thinking about the connection. This person is thinking about how this person is very similar to themselves, right? The Two of Cups is a very platonic kind of energy, but they both have a lot in common. These two cards are, in a way, indicate mirrors, right? Because they're both drinking of the same cup. They're both doing the same thing. They both have very similarities. Even though they look different, even though they seem different, they're both very similar. Now the mindset is that this person sees this relationship as a soulmate. This person knows that there's somebody coming. There's a soulmate involved, right? Because you do have with the Romance Angels card here, worth waiting for. This is divine timing is at work in your love life. So this is telling me already, straight out the gate, that somebody knows that somebody's coming. And I feel like, you know, while this person is very much aware of the connection, very much aware of this soulmate connection, which could be you, this other person's kind of like lost in the not lost in the gutter, but lost in limbo. They're not, you know, they kind of show that they're a bit confused, but at the same time, I feel like they also are showing that they're not quite sure of what to do because of, you know, this is based off of what they want. This is based off how they feel. They have to make a decision on something. This person here is literally having to make a decision on something, and how they're showing this themselves is that they're kind of keeping the balance. They're not making a decision right now, and it's because they're not truly taking a look at and seeing the situation. I think it's reluctance to see what's actually going on, which is why they're, you know, they're kind of confused. They're not sure what choice to take, what choice to make, rather. You know, because again, they're showing here as they, you know, when they present themselves, the way they present themselves is that they're kind of keeping the balance of a situation, not making a decision, because they may find it's too difficult. It could also indicate that they're stuck between two truths, right? They may be like, they stand behind one thing, but they also want to stand behind another, but they contradict themselves. Like, for instance, maybe someone wants to be single, but they also want to be in a relationship. You can't have both. And I feel like this person is either fighting for or fighting against this connection. Because of just how this relationship, you know, this whole situation is, right? This person may be thinking of the connection, the way they, you know, they go into this relationship. They know if there's a soulmate connection, and they could be fighting for it. They could have already communicated, expressed themselves, said whatever they need to say at this point. But at the same time, somebody could also be kind of against the connection as well, which is why this Page of Swords is the reason as to why they show, you know, that they're the Knight of Swords, aggressive, you know, communicating their truth, you know, standing their ground, fighting for what they believe in, because this Page of Swords does talk about, you know, getting more information, you know, and you know, kind of looking out on the sidelines, kind of getting more, you know, sneaky, you know, very sneaky information. But the King of Knight of Swords don't care about being sneaky. He's fast, he's, you know, he's quick, and I feel like the person is it's weird. It's like, I feel like this person knows that this is a relationship. This is a connection. This doesn't have to be a relationship that's romantic. Like I said, this could be platonic. This could be pairing up with someone at work. But this person may be against it, because the thing is like, this the trouble with this relationship is everyone's, you know, finding the confidence in everyone else, and no, finding the confidence in yourself and the individuality that you still have, right? Even though you guys are connected, you guys are still your own person. And I think that's the thing, right? I think everybody's having a hard time with the idea of being in a relationship with somebody because they're afraid of losing themselves in that connection. Because they see the Queen of Wands, that's the challenge. Being yourself, knowing that you're still you, no matter what dynamic there is. And even though you kind of perhaps would rather wait on this a little bit more, and probably there's some fighting against it, there has to be a little bit, you know, I think standing your truth or cultivating your own truth is the most important part of this reading here, because you still have to be you in this relationship. You still have to have a part of you in this. You can't just meld yourself together. You won't be able to do that. I think both parties are very strong-willed individuals, very strong-willed, which is why the Queen of Wands is here too, because I think everybody has a little ego. Everybody likes their way of the highway, and they do the things that they do per, you know, how they want to do them. So working together may be one of those things that may be kind of getting everybody up in arms, if that makes sense. Now the other person has justice, so there is some imbalance that's going on in their lives, something that's throwing their whole dynamic off. And I think it's obviously because they're not looking at the situation clearly, and they know that they need to make a decision or make a choice about something, but they're too, you know, it's not about them not being ready, but it's definitely about them not feeling, no, that's not right. They're afraid of about the decision that they make, not necessarily being the wrong one, but regretting the decision that they make, really. Like, I feel like they don't think that there's a wrong decision. I think they're torn. Like, I feel like they want to be in this relationship. I think they honestly want to go after what they want, but part of them saying is like, they don't want to get caught up in the connection like they did before, right? The relationship, you know, lacked a certain balance. Whether this is a pre-existing one, this is between your exes, or this is a brand new one, right? This person in their past relationships had a dynamic, or maybe their relationships weren't balanced. And I think it's a part of them, it's because they are not taking responsibility for that balance being so jacked up. Not really having the confidence in themselves to just stay within the course, stay along the course that they honestly had out for themselves anyway. Being clear and stubborn in their own structure. I feel like they kind of gave a little of themselves for the connection when no one really asked for it, or someone maybe might have, right? Depends on how the situation was laid out. Somebody may have gave of themselves in the connection instead of just standing in their own energy, standing in their integrity, and continuing to do their own thing. Because I think that the situation is like they don't want to peel away, because they know that if they're in a relationship, they're going to want to, put more, put as much as they can into the connection. They're going to want to be selfish in the sense of spoiling the other person, loving on them, doing what they want to do instead of doing, doing what they set out to do as well. Like, they have two passions, and I feel like they're going to trump, the one passion is going to trump the other, if that makes sense. So it's very interesting how this reading is going out, because this is somebody's heart's desire that they're not sure about truly making. And I think they already know their truth. They already know which one they are going to pick. I think they're just leaving it inconclusive because, because honestly, I feel like they fantasize about what they want, but they're just, it's scary to make that decision because of how their relationship played out beforehand, right? Where they're coming from a place of balance, or coming from a place of, taking responsibility. It's very interesting. So let me go ahead and pull you guys your Wisdom of the Oracle cards here for the weekend, or excuse me, for the whole week. See what you guys got. Okay, come to the edge. This talks about being brave. It's a big step, right? When it comes to putting yourself out there and, being in love with somebody, it's going to require you to take that step in the direction where you feel where you feel like you're treading the most dangerous line. So, actually, as a specialty for you guys, I'm going to go ahead and read the message for it too. Because, my interpretation, I feel like it's like doing it justice right now. Alright, come to the edge. Courage, taking a leap of faith, overcoming fear, and accepting risk. Alright, the Oracle's message. Facing the unknown is the only choice you really have right now if you want to progress. It's okay to be afraid. Now is the time to take a risk that is not calculated, to feel the exhilaration as you ready yourself for a leap of faith. Spirit is present, so let go of fear. You are called to express your true self. Listen to your heart and soul, not your mind, not your head. Okay. Come to the edge and explore that you can fly. You must step into the unfamiliar so that you may find your miracles. Biggest thing right now is to be fearless and take the leap of faith. There's no point in kind of like worrying your butt off and thinking about the worst of the scenario, because honestly, it's just going to continue to perpetuate and get super worse. Now, on this side, even though I kind of feel like you guys are kind of having to kind of take a step in that direction too, where you have to be brave and maybe see where this relationship goes, because you're coming from a place of lack of information. Because even though you know a lot of things, Aquarius, I feel like with this Page of Swords is that you need more information before you can truly trust whatever this is. I feel like there's a soulmate connection coming, but because you don't know enough, you don't feel like you have enough information on it, you're more inclined to reject it or fight against it. For some of you guys, you're charging in, ready to go and accept this relationship, accept this soulmate connection, because of the lack of information, because you want to understand the other person, because you want to understand more, because you need answers. Now, this person may be feeling guilty, which is why they're not quite sure they're ready to go into it. They're maybe not sure if they're ready to truly come back into your life yet, or come back into someone's, or do something based off of how they feel, because they probably still feel guilty, or they are aware of their responsibility and why the dynamic in their last relationship. If it was someone with excuse me, if it was with someone else or with you, you know, they may still feel very guilty about how that went down. So that's probably why this person is stressed out just as much as you are in regards to getting into this relationship with you. But this is worth waiting for, because I feel like this person is going to make the decision. Someone's going to make a decision. Someone's coming in ready to act. If this isn't you, there's somebody else, right? And I feel like either somebody's charging in because they need more information, because they want to know more, and because they want to connect with you. If in a relation, if for love, if for friendship, whatever. But I feel like this person's hesitant because of how the dynamic either was like in the relationship, because they feel guilty about how things went down in the relationship, because they still needed an apology from something, or they just, you know, it's, you know, or it's karmic for them, right? So I'm gonna go ahead and let you guys go. Thank you so much for tuning in, family. Happy birthday, Aquarius. I love you guys so much. I want to thank you guys so much for liking, commenting, subscribing, and sharing these videos, guys. You don't know how much I appreciate it. And you guys have been supporting me since day one. Just, you know, most views always. I truly appreciate every last one of you guys. Keep your head up, y'all. Stay courageous, and I'll see you on the other side. Love y'all. Take care. Bye now.